Today we are going to perform a GDPR assessment on our demo system ECC. For this we are going to select the GDPR compliance category, which contains the categories retention periods, logging and user management. In the next step we add our SAP credentials. And click on scan. After a few minutes we get our results back. For each test case there is a documentation with the description, the risk, how to reproduce and how to mitigate. Additionally, for all test cases with a finding, we get more details about the findings. We can also export our results for the scan and can choose between a CSV and a JSON for each test case. Additionally, we get a PowerPoint and a Word. After a few seconds we get our zip file back, which contains a CSV for each test case. And within the CSV we get the findings for each test case. Then we have our PowerPoint management summary. Here we have our agenda and a summary about the categories, and then an overview of the findings for each test case. Next we have our Word document. On the first page we have all the details about the scan performed, the customer, the date at which the scan was performed, the scope, GDPR compliance, the system and who performed it. The Word contains the overview, the executive summary, the finding categories and test case results. The overview describes what was scanned and who to contact if we have more questions. Within the executive summary we see how many test cases were performed, in this case 98, and 61 test cases had a finding. Next we have the finding categories, where we get an overview about the test cases within a category and then number of findings. And the next section is the test case results, where we get for each test case an issue description, which data source was inspected, here the info type PA0000, which resulted in 52 findings. We get an overview of the findings, a description about the business risk, how to reproduce and how to mitigate.